classroom where I do live trading, live tutorials. If you ever want to make sure that you are on point with your trade, join on the classroom and I will make sure that you succeed in there no matter what. Let's get right into it with RGTI. Coming in for a massive, massive bull run as we've been seeing the RGTI gearing up for the last couple days, going from the lows of about that $1.20 up to what is the highs of $3.37. Bearishness will come into this thing into the pre-markets. You already know they will be looking to lock in some gains. It was only up maybe about 60, maybe 50% around that range. Going into about a quick dip, still being up about 30, 40%. They seen that as a sign of bullishness off of the 1 minute trading chart. Because remember how I tell you guys in the pre-market, you are not using your 15, 4 hours and daily charts and whatnot in the pre-market. You're using your 1 minute trading chart and you're looking to see when that thing touches down towards its most low and oversold position. They would take full opportunity of those quick spikes, seeing bullishness and volatility in there. At that time, you will see that's like 7 a.m. when all the other apps and whatnot open up, Robin Hoods and whatnot, and then they will see that this volume will be skyrocketing with an average volume of 8.39 million. Their current volume is getting up to 182 million in here. They got a free flow of 189 million on RGTI, and right now they did come out with good news talking about how Riggedy announces successful completion of $100 million at the market equity offering, adding into the bullish sentiment. We'll go look further into RGTI on this bullish day as everybody is in the Discord catching RGTI, and this has been getting spammed out by the stock beep scanner, letting us know that this one right here is about to be going on to that uptrend. Don't miss out on this as it's breaking out in the morning. I tell you guys, it's the same thing. You're going to see the volume ticker starting to throw those things out and stock beep scanner picking those things up. There are many, many, many different sections to follow along with and learn how to read these things and analyze these things. If you are mainly a crypto trader, you can follow along with all of the crypto trades. I moved our Bitcoin and Beyond Discord back here to Bankability, and we got all of our cryptocurrency alerts telling us when to buy, when to sell, and what that next direction is. Along with cryptos, we do have our stocks, our long-term investments, and we do keep up to date with the news as well. When you are new to the markets, I know all of this may be confusing, which is why I don't spend so much time breaking down all the technicals and the different trading strategies within the video because I don't want to overwhelm anybody. I know those were very long videos, 30-minute, 40-minute videos explaining every single market aspect of every single stock. So you can always join me in classroom and I'll start to offer one-on-one classroom training lessons and whatnot so you guys can be able to have personal attention to hone your skills and advance. Even if it's a day by day, you're trying to catch a trade, even if you just need a lesson over the weekend, let me know. I'll paste those things down in the description below. Later on today, I'll get on that. Next, you got KULR. Here on KULR, this one goes for multiple rounds of bullishness. We've been watching Curl Technology for a while now on the weekly chart. This has been coming in for wide spans on here. From those of 19 cents back up to 77 cents. That was reversing from its earlier uptrend in the year, going up to about $1. They are getting ready to retest that $1 on upcoming news about how Curl Technology CEO and co-founder Michael Moe post on X talking about how they are building the next digital energy management platform. That is hot, very good news, worthy of a personal single video on KURL that we'll get onto later on. With an average volume of 3.86 million, they current volume getting up to 165 million. They got a free float on 179 million. Those floats getting filled. This thing finna take up a whole nother spike. And make sure you keep an eye on your analysis order flow, and you'll be able to see if you got the large coming in or large is going out of that stock at exact time. And here we can see that we have more larges going out, more mediums going out. You got the smalls going out of here on KURL. And if we go look into KURL along in the Discord, hot alerts for KURL coming out. You won't be able to catch everything that's going on, okay? It's so much that goes on in these stocks, so much that goes on in these markets. And right now, like speaking currently specifically on this exact timing, for this last month and the next upcoming month, inauguration is on the 20th of January. So we'll be seeing the next super big market rally and spike around that time. January 20th or 25th. I did just make a video talking about what to expect from the coming inauguration for Trump, and I'll make another one on those as well. So just to clarify for you newer traders how to follow along, you want to make sure you are going along with the flow. These things go from oversold to overbought. You buy oversold, you sell overbought. You get back in oversold, you sell overbought. This is not rocket science. I have taught thousands on thousands of people around the world how to do this. If you are a trader going from oversold to overbought, whether it's a stock, an option, or crypto, now if you're a longer term investor, you don't even believe in a stock becoming overbought. You don't believe in there being a sale point, period, because you are a longer term investor. Take that into consideration. We are hearing what I'm saying right now. Let's continue on with ELAB. Talking about how ELAB came in for such a spike not too long ago from 1 cent up to about 5 cents. That caused a massive market rally. Do you guys recall that time when ELAB was getting up to about 2 billion in volume with an average volume of 124 million? Their current volume is getting up to 145 million on ELAB, and a free float down here on 501 million. That is a big float that's going to be needed to make ELAB get ready for another reversal. And in previous videos on ELAB, I've been telling you guys that, and I wouldn't even have to tell you guys, this is for you to know, it's a wreck penny stock. They're not getting back up to $1 from 1 penny without that billions of volume holding and continuing to add on that pressure. So people will get tired of waiting to sell this thing back off. And now ELAB coming in for they predicted one for 200 reverse split. That's going to get them back into compliance. They're going to have to hold up in there for about 10 days. For you who don't know what ELAB is, they work on skin care products. When it comes down to these therapeutic, these health, the ones that be making these new health type products and whatnot, it come down to one specific thing: FDA approval. That Elevate Infinity that they charging for $300, it could be, maybe it make your skin feel good, and all that stuff like that, but for they stock to go back down to about 1 penny all the way from, hold on, I don't say this stuff for nothing. They dove down from about $4. They never even had a continuous bullish uptrend since the entirety of their history being out all this year. So they're gonna be looking to turn this around. They're gonna be needing some sort of FDA approvals or FDA come ups that's really, pushing on to the next phase or something like that. Because they come out with more bad news and they don't got no pipelines here. They ain't got no pipelines here. They got their story and whatnot, so we don't know when something's moving into the next phase. You really just got to keep up with the news on this. But we'll come back talk deeper about ELAB. This one not really even too much worth diving deeper into right now because they already wrecked. Just because they do that reverse split doesn't mean that they aren't wrecked anymore. They still wrecked. Like right after that, and I don't know what they're gonna be at. Maybe they got $2 or something like that. When they down there at that next $2, I mean, when they reverse back up to that $2, that does not mean that this company is looking good. They were so wrecked that they had to do a reverse split to get them back up into compliance, which makes them lose out on any bullish sentiment that they had left because no long-term investor, no big whale wants to go for something like this. Not yet, at least. Next, you got CTRX, another pharmaceutical. We coming across a lot of these pharmaceuticals up here on this list, down here towards these delisting amount pennies, going from 14 cents to 25 cents. They sold back off to 14 cents, only up right now about 5%. They came out with hot news today too about how Sirius Pharmaceuticals purports a productive FDA Type C meeting to discuss the phase 3 Mino-Loc program and pathway to approval. That should add into the bullish sentiment, which it did earlier on, but did not hold because the people remember along the board that this was a rank penny stock and they just went in for the quick trade. Some people forget sometimes about the positioning or fundamentals and certain settings and stuff like that of that stock when they get the FOMO and see that news, start to see everybody rally in on. It's easier for traders because the traders are already looking to lock in gains. Me, myself, I'm for locking gains, but that thing becomes overbought. And if you have been seeing my videos for so long, then you already know I'm just going from oversold to overbought on a swing trade. And you've been following along most recently. There's sometimes where I hold on to things for a little bit longer and stuff, like ACHR. We've been in on ACHR for about 2 months now, and evident why, because this thing is exploding and not about to stop. Which is why you've been seeing me make lots and lots of ACHR videos, trying to get you guys up to date. I'm getting ready to go make another one right now, and all these videos I've been putting out on ACHR, keeping you guys up to date, letting you guys know what's next, giving you a warning when there's about to be a pullback off those market conditions, letting you know to move carefully and accordingly when you got these big whales that are loading in these things, and they are as well getting ready to lock in their gains because they all don't always be going for the same style of trade that we are. Many of us newer investors, we like the quick trade. Many of us newer investors, we confused about what a gut long-term investor is. Some of us newer investors, we don't even understand oversold to overbought. We don't even know how to turn on our indicators on certain apps. If you on Webull, you find them up here on your computer. If you on your phone, you find them down here on the right side. It'll look like a little like a squiggly line in a box. Quick tidbit there. And I do have some educational forum style videos. I'm gonna go make some more of those. And welcome anybody joining in on the classroom right now. Mr. Ali currently doing a video on the most active stocks on the market. These stocks are high volume and highly volatile. We just got through about 4. We're talking about NVDA up next. I will share my screen in the bankability classroom that I'm in 24/7, giving our live trades, our live lessons, answering all your questions for any questions, concerns, recommendations, or if you need any accommodations, you are always free and welcome to join us in the Banking with Billy classroom. If I'm away, you'll see me set the status on this. Like right now, I set a status on it saying I was taking a quick 30-minute break real fast. I can go ahead and change that because now we are live and join in for everything that you need and all that good stuff like that. Let's get right back into it with NVIDIA. NVDA. Okay, so NVIDIA leads the world. And they are on tech and everything is off tech, even all the agriculture tools and stuff like that. NVDA, man, they got the most powerful chips, and I believe that the next chips we're waiting for from the NVDA is the Blackwell chips. That if I recall correctly, not too long ago they were putting like a halt or something like that on the Blackwell chips. So I guess that's the what we need to update next. We need to go in and talk about they Blackwell chip expansions and when they finna be getting that done because that's the tech that's gonna be in everything that's gonna help us advance further into that's gonna get us into being a type 1 civilization along with how cryptocurrency and tech is spreading across the world. This is just the beginning. We got cars flying now, man. They even got hoverboards flying. Y'all ain't see those. Like they actually got full on hoverboards, bro. You gonna step on that thing, we get to flying across the air. It's all kinds of stuff they got out, and you don't even want to know what the military got. The military got everything. We talking about they already using quantum computing and stuff like that out there. This is really live right now, man. So make sure you keep up to date with everything that's going on. When you see NVIDIA news coming out, that's the news you want to be up to date with, man. Because if NVIDIA is doing something, it's gonna affect everything, especially since every bigger stock. We talking like all the Mag 7s and stuff like that. They are all heavily dependent. Everything is dependent on NVIDIA now. So now is the time while NVIDIA is down here back towards these 100. And again, I say down here because you are newer to the markets. NVIDIA wasn't at this 100 too long ago. They did a split. And I can go ahead and show you this real quick. They did a stock split where it went from about 1,200 back down to 100. This is a very exciting time for investors because when it did this, it gave a lot of people who, like, for example, a lot of newer traders and stuff like that, many of you guys who are newer to the markets, a chance to get back in when it's down at that 100, maybe that $90 even. And it will continue to bull run. Never stopped on NVDA. It's looking good. This is not about to stop. I mean, off of this quick pullback, like you don't really got to fear these small pullbacks. And this is a 3% pullback, but it's really not like this thing is just selling all the way back off. And this is while the market's staying more bullish as well. So what's going to be happening next? You are going to be seeing the markets, all these 5,000 advancers. You're gonna be seeing these people sell off like in games, man. Okay, and then you're gonna watch a lot of decliners climb up. We're gonna start watching things turn a bit more red towards the after hours. And here we got some announcements, okay? So in observance of Thanksgiving, November 28th is closed all day. November 29th closed 3 hours earlier. That's from 8:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. my time, okay? So be up to date. I will be making videos on those days for you guys as well. And here I just want to show you guys NVIDIA's big split I was talking about when they went from 12,000 back down to 90, making this prime opportunity that people have now. I'm gonna stay up to date with these things, guys, with these things for you guys. Y'all know how I go. We're always decided to make another hot video. I'm Billy Banks. I'll see y'all in the next one there. Happy trading.